All right, today we got the 5 marketing engines that every service business needs. Service business owners, I'm talking about junk removal, roofing, cleaning, landscaping, home services, HVAC, any company that provides a service. If your marketing strategy right now is basically run more ads, spend more money, hope that the phone rings, then this video is going to change how you think about growing your business. Because after spending millions of my own dollars on marketing, running my own trucks and dumpsters and crews, I can tell you with absolute certainty that the businesses that are pulling ahead are not the ones that are just spending more, they're the ones that are running systems. And so today I'm going to break down the 5 marketing engines that actually drive growth in service business. And I'm going to show you exactly why some companies grow and scale fast, while other ones stay stuck doing the same types of low value jobs year after year and just continue to work in their business. So let's get into this. So here's what most service business owners do when growth slows down. They just pour more money into their ads. More Google ads, more Facebook ads. They maybe try TikTok for a week. And when that doesn't work, they call it a bad market. Or they blame a slow season, or they assume that the industry is just too competitive. But here's the truth that no one's really telling them. It's that most service businesses are only running 1 or 2 types of marketing engines, and they're leaving 3 or 4 completely idle. And you can't build a $2 million, $5 or $10 million service business on only one engine. You need multiple systems working at the same time that feed into each other. So let me walk you through all 5 and be honest with yourself as I go through each one, because most of you are going to realize pretty quickly which engines you've been neglecting. So engine 1 is visibility. If they can't find you, you don't exist. And I want you to picture, really picture this moment. A homeowner is standing in their basement. There's 10 years of stuff down there, old furniture boxes, junk, all sorts of crap from when the kids moved out. And they finally hit that wall and they're looking to get it all removed. So what do? Well, they pull out their phone and they open Google. They don't go to Instagram or Facebook or TikTok, they go to Google. It's still the main form of search. Google still owns 90+% of the search market. And in that exact moment, the moment that they are ready to hire someone, if your company does not appear, you don't exist to them in their world. And that's what the visibility is. It's being present at the exact moment someone is ready to spend their money. Visibility in 2026 comes from 3 places: Google Search, Maps, and AI search tools like ChatGPT, Perplexity, Google AI Overviews. And here's what most people don't realize is that your website structure determines how well Google understands what you actually do. And I've seen companies double their inbound leads just by fixing structural problems on their website. We work with those companies. Pages that are competing against each other on their website for the same keyword, missing service pages, weak call to actions, no internal linking strategy. When you fix the foundation, Google gets it, and when Google gets it, the right customers will find you. Without it, without visibility, none of the other engines have a chance to even work. And so engine number 2 is intent targeting. This is your paid ads strategy, but most operators are running it completely wrong. The mistake I see constantly is people chasing the most obvious keywords, like junk removal near me, or dumpster rental, roof repair. Those terms are very expensive. Every competitor in your market are bidding on those words. So you end up in a bidding war and your cost per click and conversion goes through the absolute roof, and your cost per job starts to really hurt. So the real opportunity lives in what I call the problem first searches. Think about it from a customer's perspective. They don't necessarily know what service they need. They just know their problem. So they're not really searching for junk removal all the time. They're searching for, how do I clean out my parents' house? Or I need someone to haul away furniture, or moving out cleanup help. Those searches are much cheaper. Your competitors aren't bidding on them, and the person who's searching, they have high intent and they have real money to spend right now. So when you map your ad campaigns to the actual language your customers use, not the industry language, you'll capture the demand before anyone else shows up. So you get lower cost per clicks, lower conversion rates, higher close rates, And that's how you scale your ads profitably. And a big thing is keyword and search term research. So put that one in your pocket. Engine number 3 is trust. And this is the engine that most service business owners completely underestimate. So think about what you're actually asking a customer to do. You're asking them to invite a stranger or a crew of strangers onto their property or into their home, around their family's belongings. Maybe their kids are there. Sometimes during one of the most stressful moments in their lives, like a parent who passed away, an estate clean out, or they're moving, relocating. That's not transactionary. That is a trust decision, and trust on the internet is built through one thing: proof. Proof that you've done this before. Proof that other people have trusted you and were happy with what you did. Proof you're a real business with real people who show up and do the work that you say you're going to do. And so what does proof look like online in Google? It's reviews, volume and recency both matter here. Job photos, real ones, not stock or AI generated. Before and after shots that tell a story from a real customer with written testimonials. Generic marketing doesn't build trust. Specific marketing does. And here's what I mean by that. A photo of your crew standing in front of the truck really doesn't tell me anything. It looks like every other service company. But a photo of a basement that had a decade of accumulated junk and then the same basement completed and cleared out, that tells a story. And so I can see myself now in that customer. I can imagine that result for my own home. The best service business, they treat every single job as a marketing opportunity. They document the work, they capture before and afters, and they ask for the review while the customer is happy, like after you just done the job. So over time, that proof compounds into trust at scale online. And so now we're on engine number 4, and this is something that you want to pay really close attention to right now because this is changing really fast. So more and more people are using AI tools to find local services, not just Google. ChatGPT, Perplexity, and Google's own AI overviews at the top of the search results as well, AI mode. And the way they search has changed. So instead of typing keywords, they're having conversations. They're asking, who's the best junk removal company near my city? Can you recommend someone reliable to do a full basement clean out? So these AI systems don't return a list of links with websites. They generate a specific answer and they recommend specific companies. And they pull that information from everything they can find across the internet about those businesses. So what determines whether your company gets recommended is how well your website is structured and written and whether your services and locations are clearly documented. The volume and the quality of your reviews across platforms, and whether you appear trusted in directories and other sources. So businesses with weak digital footprints, they don't get recommended by AI because AI doesn't trust them. They get ignored. So this is why building for AI search is no longer optional. It's becoming as important as traditional SEO was many years ago. The businesses that are investing in this now are going to have a significant advantage over the next 2 or 3 years. And I never did the traditional SEO, but I am all in on AI search visibility for my junk company. And so lastly, engine number 5. I saved this one for last because it's the most overlooked and in many ways the most powerful. Here is the reality of most service businesses. They are obsessed with new customers. Every dollar, every hour, every ounce of marketing energy goes towards finding someone who's never heard of them before. That's really hard. But the customers you have already earned and are in your system, they get forgotten the moment the job is done. They just move on. That's a massive missed opportunity. Because here's what those past customers can do for you. They can book again when the need comes up, or they can refer to you their neighbors or their friends or their family. They can leave a review that convinces your next 100 customers. So after that one single job, 3 things should happen after every single job, automatically, without you ever having to think about it. First, a review request goes out. It should be automated while the job is fresh in the customer's head and they're happy. Second is a referral invitation, something simple. Do you know anyone else who can use our help? Here's a discount for them. And the third is that they get added to your contact list. Not spam, just occasional touch points. a seasonal reminder, a helpful tip, something that keeps your name in front of them. Because homeowners, they're not going to need your service every single month. But 6 months from now, a neighbor's moving out, or a relative passes away, or they start a renovation. And when that moment hits, you want to be the first name that comes to mind. So you have to stay top of mind. That's nurturing. Businesses that nurture past customers build compounding momentum. Their marketing gets easier every single year, not harder. And so here's what I want you to do right now. Think honestly about your business. Which of these 5 engines are actually running? Most operators I talk to usually have 2, sometimes only 1. They're running ads, possibly, or they have a website, kind of, that's never updated. But reviews are very inconsistent. There's no content, no AI optimization, no follow-up system after the job's done, and everything's off gut feeling, and they wonder why their growth feels like pushing a boulder uphill. The businesses that are pulling away from competition and growing are not doing it by working harder. It's not more effort. They're the ones that are the most organized operators. They're the ones who built those systems, the ones that let smart automation handle repetitive work so they can focus on what actually makes them the money and what they can only do. Marketing is not a campaign, it's a machine, it's a system. And machines, when built correctly, they will just keep running and keep working. So if you're watching this and you got this far in the video, thank you. You may be thinking at this point, okay, I know what I need to build, I know what I need to do, I just maybe need the help building it. And that's exactly what we do at my digital marketing company, Atomize.com. We build these 5 marketing engines for service businesses specifically. That's what we know best, so we stay with what we know best. Visibility, intent, ads, trust systems, AI search optimization, and life cycle nurturing. All of them feeding into one another. You don't need complicated marketing. You just need the right systems running quietly in the background while you focus on the actual work at hand. If you want to learn more, the link's in the description somewhere. And if you found this useful, subscribe, send it to a friend, because we put out this kind of content all the time, specifically for service business operators, because that's what I know best. So I stay in my lane of genius. And so that's it. Thanks for watching.